5 more days. Can you believe it? Christmas is in 5 more days. Are you ready? If you're like me, I am not ready. But one of the things that I will do to get ready is do stocking stuffers, which is what my demonstration will be today. Half a day, everyone. This is Becky Tovis. I am the Crafty Chamarita. Happy Merry Christmas to all of you. There are 5 more days left to Christmas, and whew, I can't believe, it's already here. The last several months have just flown by, really. They're just flown by. I can't believe it. What I'm going to be making today is actually a carryover from my craft fairs, because I've done so many within the last few months, and I had intended to do this particular project, but I just ran out of time. But because I already bought the hot chocolate packets, I figured, you know what? I'm just going to put it together and I'll give it out as gifts, and I'll demonstrate how to do it, so that if you have people that you'd like to give stocking stuffers to, it's a really quick, simple, and yummy project that you can put together. All right, so before I do that, though, I just wanted to remind everybody, I posted today, but if you are looking for that perfect gift to give the paper crafter in your life, or if you are your favorite paper crafter and you want Stampin' Up! Products, then I am offering gift certificates. So if you're interested in getting a gift certificate or giving a gift certificate, please contact me. So I'll put it in a nice card already decorated for you. So really all you have to do is put who it's to and who it's from. Okay? That sounds good, right? All right. So let me switch to my workspace here so that we could see what we're going to be doing. So let me show you the final project first, and then we'll get to making it. So this is what we're going to be making today. It includes a packet of Swiss Miss hot cocoa, and the dimensions for this work out well for the Swiss Miss. If you're using Nestle or another brand, I'm not sure if it's going to work out. It really just depends on the dimension of the packet. I'm sure it'll fit, but I just don't have a sample of the other hot cocoa, hot chocolate packet to put it in and try it. All right, so we're going to start off by needing a 6x6 sheet of designer series paper. It could be anything that you have. So I've kind of been running out of my DSP for Christmas, so I'm using the last of my Christmas designer series paper that's current, and then for the other packets that I did, I have a retired product. All right, so what you're going to do is, once you have your 6x6 paper, then you are going to mark off where it's 4 and, let me get my cheat sheet out here, 4 1/4. I just want to make sure that my whole scoring guide is on the screen, and it doesn't look like it is, but when I push it down, it gets off balance. So I hope this doesn't throw anything off. So we are going to put the tip of this corner here up to where it's 4 1/4. I already have my little marker here because I use that 4 1/4 mark very often. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my stylus, and I'm going to find where it's 4 1/4, and I'm just going to go down so that I'm in the right groove. Because if I don't do that, it's really hard to tell which line here matches with 4 1/4. So I'm just going to take the tip here. I'm going to put it in the 4 1/4 groove, the edges here, and this tip here, I'm going to make sure it matches with my stylus, and it does. Then I'm going to take my stylus, and I'm going to score a mark at 2 1/4, which is right here, and 6 1/4, which is right here. So 2 1/4, 6 1/4. Then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to move the paper. I'm going to take my stylus, kind of mark it down so that I know where the line meets up. I'm going to put it at 4 1/4. Make sure that the point, I'm sorry. The point matches up. Oh my God. This coffee is coming out of nowhere. Excuse me while I get a drink of water. Well, that took me by surprise. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put it at 2 1/4. And I'm going to, whoops, my paper moved a little bit. 2 1/4. And 6 1/4. And that's it. In terms of the preparation, that's all you have to do. And then what I'm going to do now, it really doesn't matter to me which side you score. I want this to be on the outside. So I'm going to turn it around like this. And I'm just going to fold it in on 3 of the sides. I'm going to leave the top part open because this is the part where you're going to put the packet. Okay. All right, and then we're just going to assemble it. Now, what I discovered, for me at least, is because sometimes I'm a very messy crafter. So when I was doing this in the beginning, I was getting glue all over the place. So I decided, and it's worked out well, that for the first piece, I'm going to use my glue dot. So these are from like the different various kits. You also have them in the boxes, right? So really it doesn't matter which one you use. So I'm just going to take my glue dot and I'm going to put it right here in the corner. That way when it closes up, it's going to be nice and clean and you won't have glue all over the place. So where it's going to meet up is not a very large space. So I'm just going to fold it in and just give it a gentle push here or hard push to make sure that it sticks. And then I'm going to get my glue and I'm going to put it only on the edges here. And then I'm going to push it down here. And I'm going to give it like a little bit of wiggle room because you don't want it to be so tight that the packet of hot chocolate can't fit. And I'm just going to hold it down there for a second. Now I got to tell you, some of the packets that I did, I don't know if the scoring was off and, I don't know, but I went with it. And I'll show you that even though the scoring may have been off, in the end, it really doesn't show. It doesn't matter. So the only one who could tell that there's a mistake is you. Okay. Now we've got this part ready. Now we are going to decorate. So what I did was I already pre-cut a circle. This is 2 inches. And I'm going to use Peace and Joy. And that comes from this stamp set. So I'm using the Peaceful Season. Not only I'm using the Peaceful Season for the sentiment, mostly because it's small. And I really wanted to use the Christmas tree. So I used the dies from the decorative trees. So that's the main reason why I'm using this one, because the sentiment is small. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp it with Mossy Meadow because it matches the Christmas tree that I already die cut. And if you have heard me before say, whenever I use photopolymer, I like to use the matte underneath it because it just has a much clearer image when you stamp it. For me. And there's a lot of crafters out there who don't use the matte. But I've just learned from experience that it works better for me. Okay, so I've got Peace and Joy here. And then what I did was I pre-cut this designer series paper tree. So this is from the Peaceful Seasons, and I'm just going to adhere it here. So know that when you do put the tree on, it's not going to cover everything on the circle. So you just have to kind of estimate where it's going to be. So I know that it's definitely going to be this side of the tree that will be covered. So I'm just going to put my glue on that side. And later on, if I wanted to secure it better, once I put the circle onto this, then I can add additional glue. This is a very simple design. You can add, actually decorate it with whatever you want. Okay, and then I'm going to put it here. Okay, and notice see some of the tree is sticking out over here. So what I'm going to do is I want to make sure that I don't over glue. So I'm just going to kind of estimate where the circle's going to be, and I'm going to put some glue here. I'm not going to put it on the top because I already know that the top of the tree is going to be in this gap here. And I don't want to put glue there because then it's going to glue it. It's going to glue it shut. We don't want that because the packet is going to go here. Okay, I think that's going to do it. Now, most of the packets are going to have this flap on the top. It doesn't look very pretty, so I'm going to fold it down. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot one more step. So before I put the packet in, I'm just going to clean out the edges a little bit so that they're not so blunt. And I'm going to use the, I forgot what this is called, the 3-corner punch. And I'm going to push down over here because that's where the blade is. If you have a punch like this and you're discovering that it's not cutting so well, just give it a gentle tap so that you can clear out whatever paper might be stuck in your punch. And I'm going to do that for all the corners. Oh, I can tell this one didn't cut well. Oh, I guess it's okay. I just didn't hear the crunch, so I thought it didn't cut as well, but it was okay. There. See, I heard the crunch on that one. All right. So I noticed that there's like a little bit of flap coming up over here. So if that bothers you and you can see areas that you can secure better, just take your glue and kind of put it in here and then hold it down and it's good to go. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll put our cocoa flap in. So our cocoa packet, I'm sorry. This is Swiss Miss with marshmallows because, you know, you can't have hot cocoa or hot chocolate without marshmallows. That just wouldn't be complete, right? Okay, so I'm just going to stick it in here. Okay, and it looks like that. And I forgot to get an envelope. Let me grab one real quick so that you can see it fits perfectly with our Stampin' Up! Envelopes. All right. So what I'm going to do when I put it in the envelope is I'm actually going to put it in upside down so that the nice flat part of the envelope is in the top. And I'm going to remove this and you're going to see that it fits perfectly into the envelope. And there you go. It's ready to go. Okay. All right. So I showed you the one I did earlier. This is with Retired Designer Series paper. Again, I'm using the same die cut set. It's just a different tree. Here's another one. I was going to use this one, but then my daughter asked right before I started. She was in the mood for hot chocolate. So I gave her the pack. So that's why this is empty. So it just looks like I have to go buy some more, right? Here's another one. Here's another one. See, same design, just a different stamp set. This one I stamped it. And then I used the die from the Peaceful Seasons. Okay. And here's another one. And here's the last one. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, so this is the one. I don't know if you could tell from this, but I messed up in the scoring. See, you could see it. So here it ends here, and then over here it's folded a little bit. But when you look at it, you really can't tell that it's a mistake. So rather than throw the whole paper away, I said, you know, who cares? They're not going to see it. All they're going to really look at is the hot chocolate. They're going to take it out and use it, right? But it still makes for a nice packaging, right? Okay. So even if you make a mistake, don't worry about it. And if you look underneath these, the folds may not match perfectly, but who cares? It just looks pretty in the end, right? And who wouldn't love to receive something like this, right? Okay. All right. So that is my hot chocolate stocking stuffer for the day. There are 5 days left until Christmas. You still have time to make this. This is an easy project. So if you do decide to do it, I recommend that you do it like an assembly line. So, do all the scoring first, then all the folding and the gluing, and then do all of the die cutting or the punching of the circles at one time, and then assemble it at the end, because it will go by so much faster, right? Okay, everyone. I will see you next week, Friday, for my live, but I'll definitely come on and do a live just to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. So until then, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you the next time. Bye.